Hi guys, welcome back to my... Oh. Sorry about that. Let's start again. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. And this is very exciting. Well, first of all, I'm going in blind. So I don't know anything about this game other than I've heard it mentioned here and there many times. And I know it's a visual novel horror game, but I don't know anything about any horror elements, anything. I've gotten no spoilers on this. I just know that people love it, and it's gotten overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, and I want to see what this is about. I'm very curious. The links to the game is in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. It is actually free to play, so that's pretty awesome. Please consider subscribing to my channel to help me out. I'm trying to reach monetization on this channel. That would be awesome. So thanks for all your support. I really appreciate it. Now, let's check out this game. Just gonna turn the music just down a little bit. Looks good. My name is Tess. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. An annoying girl? That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friends since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it kind of works because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, sorry, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better if running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up with me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Tess. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Tess, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you should join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she is going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. What's a NEET? I don't know what a NEET is. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pick up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show her interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I rejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? I'm a boy? I don't want to be a boy. Oh, they're so cute though. I love the pink hair on her. Oh. Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh, Tess, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Cute, true. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Tess. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Tess. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn in with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! Kawaii! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake round in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, dummy. All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I cannot say that. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. But I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put that away. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Tez, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read this past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a book of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them? Oh, not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically? Is that a word? I don't think I've heard that word before. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Tess? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Oh, what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought, Tess, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we all can share. Monica looks over at me once more. Tess, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Tess, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Oh, that's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the 2 of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole day, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of the girls. I hope this isn't turning into like a dating sim, like full on. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, I'm not into poems, y'all. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think favorite club member will like. Your favorite club member. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. What? Electricity afterimage? Is that a word? Lust, nature, waterfall, desire, swimsuit, jump, determination, covet. So, I don't know. Oh, okay. Oh, they change. Okay. Contamination. Oh, that's fun. Death. Unending. Sure. Fear. Dark. Awesome? I don't know. Inferno. Nibble. Lipstick. Prayer. Headphones, I guess. I don't know. Wrath. I'm trying to make a horror poem, obviously. Extreme. Unstable. I guess Yuri is the... Oh, I didn't even see that they reacted to the words. I guess Yuri is the one that suits me the most or whatever, since we're both like horror enthusiasts. I mean, I am. Not my character, apparently. Wonderful. Doki Doki Holiday. Crimson. Tears. I don't know. Disarray. Frightening. Special. Games. Do we dare to go that far? Sure. Why not? Hi again, Tess. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to take these off. It's just so warm in here, and I get all sweaty with those headphones on. Ugh. Probably should put my hair up as well. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Tess. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Tess always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. Really? What? Are we living with her? I thought we were neighbors. What? How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy and distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Tess can become good friends too? Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Honey? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want it to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. He's flirting. She's flirting with us. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? When I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... Oh, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. All right, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Haha, Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Tess? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those kind of things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that kinds of stories. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in, then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's all right then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Oh, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. Ah, I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. All right. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry, I mean... Haha, there. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's. then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Ooh, nice. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. Oh, our eyes moved, didn't it? I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Oh, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscence of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Tez, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean that in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Oh, what are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Oh, Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Oh, it's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's a good reasoning. And in that case, feel free to finish the 2 chapters in your own time. All right. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone is ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote her in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh, who should I show my poem to first? I mean, does it matter? I don't know. Yuri is the one we've been talking to the most, but maybe we should, engage in some of the other girls as well. Monica, maybe, since she's the one who like kind of engaged what's it called? She made us all do the poem thingy. So let's do Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in an effort. Exactly, yeah. Hi Tez, having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have a suggestion for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Tez. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Tess. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know what Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that efficiently. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years to practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Oh. Sorry, my neck is killing me. Okay, it's a little bit slow now. I'm hoping maybe to get it to pick up a little bit in speed. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind, like a film left out on the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Can I? Oh, okay. Stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. So what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. That was the inspiration. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Oh, really? Do we have to go through all of them with this poem poem stuff? It's really tedious, and I hate poems. I'm not a poem person. Let's just go for Yuri, I guess. That's the person we get along best with, right? As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words on the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you vulnerable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Alrighty. Can we please be done with the poem things? I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Tess. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than that, tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort and able to let go of the past. Is anyone ever gonna watch this? Like, this is so freaking boring right now. I'm sorry, am I the only one like kind of falling asleep? I'm just gonna, keep going. And apparently, I mean, obviously, this is a slow burn. I am still waiting for the horror elements, and I hope this poem shit is over soon, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Of course. I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Tess. Me too. Please, no more fucking poems. Oh god. This is a good poem, Tess. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. I'm the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare... Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right, but that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't take it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you write one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Tess. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, Trying new things like this is for other people. What? That's something that only really good people do. What? That's something that I only... Yeah, thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away my rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Jesus. What? This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes make me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah, next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, Natsuki, the last one. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotion. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Why is she so angry all the time? She's so snarky. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Right. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts one weight on the wordplay. I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who is right? Jesus. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literary club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say anything? Oh, no, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Tess did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Tess liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri sense of it well. Maybe you're just jealous that Tess appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Tess started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Tess, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Tess. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep, expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most efficiently. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Tess? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be... Oh no. Well, my first instinct is to just like back off and just say like, you know, this is between you guys. What do you think? Help me, Sayori? Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori. Eh? Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Tess. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a suck-up jerk she is being, she would never. It's her immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Okay. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, but I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing to me. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori's amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes it two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Jesus, dude. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Tess, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. No! Please, no. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Really? Ready to walk home? Sure, let's do it. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Tez, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Every day is going to be so much fun. Is that an actual thing? Like a club that's after school every freaking day? That sounds crazy to me. That's like after school for kids thing. Like, you know? When... Oh, okay, that's crazy. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to see Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Yeah, let's do this. But why? Oh. Okay. I looked up some shit. No spoilers or anything. But it seems like this is a game you need to play more than once. I get the feeling that, I get the sense that the story is kind of gonna change, not before you do it over and over. I mean, I think it said something about that there were there are three sessions with poem thingies. So we're done with the first one and there's 2 more sessions, and then is kind of where, I don't know, where the game ends and you have to start over and something changes or something. I'm not really sure, but so we have to keep going at this with the incredibly boring poem shit for a while. So I'm gonna do my best and just keep going. And you'll just have to excuse me if I seem a little bored or unenthusiastic, because I am. Okay. But I want to see what all the fuss is about. I want to see what happens. So I'm gonna really try my best to just keep going a little bit. Even though this is fucking hard. Because this is so boring, dudes. But I guess in a kind of way you have to choose. You have to choose one of the girls to impress, I guess. Maybe it's because it's 3 different endings or something, an ending for each girl, or I don't know. But maybe, I don't know, dudes. Does it matter? So that was hers. Secretive. That's her. Yeah, because I get that they have their types of words that they like, but does it matter what I choose? Ugh. Ay. Kawaii. No, I don't know what any of this means, to be honest. I'm just kind of clicking stuff. I don't know. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days, entering the club room. Yes. Hi, Tess. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get blah blah blah, but I guess it's always simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse? Huh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Sarah nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns upside down and lets the contents spill onto the floor. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in the book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Tess to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the I clicked too early. Retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Oh, what was a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Natsuki, I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab on about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your action, though. Natsuki, it's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just a cookie. Takes a bite of her own cookie. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers, but yours is chocolate. Yeah, why don't you think I give you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Okay, so cookie shenanigans. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Nope, that's a bit unusual. Probably just had something to do with today. It's very popular after all. She has a what? She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so stern. What, boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay, that sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Tess. Ugh, Monica smiles sweetly. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Can we get on with it? Man, no one wants to be bothered today, so I'm down to the nearest desk. Am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related to stuff like that? I guess I could always read someone's book. Feeling a bit too... You probably fell asleep right now. I closed my eyes and out listening to Sayoda's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. Festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual, but it's not like that after all, you know? It's a new way of showing that to everyone, something that speaks to their creative minds. It doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, they can do the things that speak of their creative minds. Sayoda's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this, so that's a good point. In that case, what do you think food is the trick? What kind? Guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes spiced cupcakes. So they're gonna make cupcakes to make people come to their club. Or festival thing, yeah, I don't know. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayoda is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayoda can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Are we in love with her? I open my eyes to find Sayoda's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayoda. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You'll look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. Okay, so she has some kind of issue with sleeping. I knew it. Come on, at least give me the benefit of the doubt. Can't even do that. Look, Sayoda, it's written all over you. Sayoda glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Oh, I run my fingertips down the side of Sayoda's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they won't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. That's not being mean though. I mean, I would want to know. Like if I had toothpaste on my clothing or, I don't know, something in my teeth or, like, I don't know, whatever it is. It's obviously not supposed to be that way. I would, like, a friend would tell me, right? And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Ow. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Jesus. That's super mean. Okay, that is mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Okay. This is a weird dynamic, guys. What is this? Is this romance, or is it kind of a sister-brother thing-ish? Or I can't really... I don't get this. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. It'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this, aren't you? Ah, I guess. Hey, be careful. The buttons might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggled to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Ugh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Okay. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. Ugh. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share our poems? Oh. Yay, Tess, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. Okay, does this matter though? We have to go through all of them, right? So, I mean, let's just start at the top. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Tess. I love it, especially after yesterday's poem. Ugh, you're too honest sometimes, Sayori. But but really, I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Sayori, you must be serious overacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez, I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little bit more constructive than this, maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a test poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Okay, she's in love with us, right? She has to be. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go with my heart. If If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself sometimes, once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Anyways, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? Can you see? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Is it? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Tess. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams, little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's so warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle of starlight makes to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time has elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to reach to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Okay, obviously I'm not an expert on poems. I don't even like poetry. But this seems kind of dark to me. Is she like, I don't know, is it like lonely? She feels lonely or something? Yeah, it's pretty sad, I guess. Holy crap. So did you really write this? Of course I did. I didn't tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever. Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. So it's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. Ditto. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay. I liked your last one better. Really? Yeah, I can tell you're a little bit daring with this one, but you're really good enough for that. Yeah, I feel flat. Maybe true, I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring all this out. I mean, always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy and add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Yeah, I kind of got that from your fight yesterday. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. He always head over heels in his cryptic nonsense, but I see right through this BS, haha. Making a reader look hard for all these deep meanings is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure I figured out that already. Anyway, here's my poem. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wiggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. Doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Okay, that is really mean. Like, what the fuck is that? What? What is with this girl? She's like the littlest, cutest, like aesthetically, and yet she's like so snarky and rude and mean. Like, what the fuck is your problem? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think I was the best I could. No, of course not. Anyways, the message is pretty straightforward in this verse. You don't have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with technologies, and it helps people realize. Like, anyone would agree the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about everyone. It's about how everyone thinks doesn't ever matter. It can be about anything. I wrote to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby, guilty pleasure, something you're afraid of and make fun of you. That just make people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone? I think people I mean, what the hell? She's the one being mean in the poem. She's talking shit about a girl because she likes spiders. Like, what the hell? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Or maybe that's like the point, that she's like Amy in this poem. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. I'm not sure if people and I'm sure a lot of people can too. That's what I do best. After all, I don't like writing unless a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write good from tomorrow, so is that okay? Okay. Let's see what you've written for today. This is pretty good. We're influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles. Guess you could say that. I was also a bit surprised at how differently everyone writes. I just prefer trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Definitely need to work a brain, like turning a bunch of gears, trying to make your mind wander, blah, blah, blah. Write down, listen. Yes. Truly, I would read to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. It's a certain interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that. If you'd like to read it, of course. This is my poem you wrote. Your notes and typically answer the poem. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, my urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light of my cutting knife. The very same light that glimpses in the eyes of a raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon comes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions into the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feel myself again. Are these like good poems? I started more daring with this one than yesterday. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can even figure out what's it supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in more unusual hobbies. So sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. That's funny. Didn't Najiki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah, she was talking about how it doesn't matter that what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah, sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seems like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies, but I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Oh, please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. I think Monica is the one who's the most boring one out of these characters. She seems so... I don't know, she has no personality. Hi, Gentaz. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy to see happiness. Soon go with the masterpiece. Kind of that. Never know what to share you. Oh, yes, here you go. Alright, I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? Huh? Oh, okay, so maybe like the most clicks I did on the words were most of the words that Sayori likes. Yeah, it might be. You and Sayori are really good friends, right? Yeah, I think they're secretly lovers. I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Oh well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well that might be the case, but maybe there's also similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like you two really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You're sure not reading into it too much? Could be. Oh gosh, that sounds like Yuri. But in case, Sayori's writing is kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions, happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone who's so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, it's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way it turned out. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine? Cosine? Tangent? Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Meaningless. Load me. Okay, that's pretty dark. I didn't really expect that from her, but... It's even more abstract than the last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes me feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, there's Monica's writing tip of the day. Oh God, really? It's so lame. It's like she's, I don't know what the word is in English even, but she's like so, like, she's so, like, straight. Like, she has no personality. She's just, I don't even know how to say it in English. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? Oh, I see what she did there. She gave us a tip. So she's kind of breaking the fourth wall kind of thing. What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, I'm guessing we're gonna save. Right? Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone can come and sit in the front of the room. Is it about the festival? Well, sort of. Oh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good. It's just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. It's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but it doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you had heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Oh, really? Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. So we're putting all the posters in anyone wants to prepare. Oh. Sarah, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Oh God, my voice is really oh. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems aloud to a whole group of people. Yes, it is. Definitely. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we can give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone that literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others, to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you in here in the first place? I know you do. No, we all do, and if it takes all it takes is standing in front of the room with 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Really, you have really, really high hopes. I mean, that is pretty deluded. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get it over with. All right. Oh, thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri, dejectedly glances around at everyone else's faces. Sigh, I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move onto the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way, Monica. This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how would you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no, don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Oh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure, and she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as she is bewildered, even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Hehe, Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself. Here she comes, goody two shoes. She has like the answer for everything. She's like the teacher that no one likes, you know. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sarah begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice is made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I would probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even Tess liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems would work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little bit more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Tez. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Tez lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. I'm sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it too much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something... Oh my god. She has the answer to everything, doesn't she? That's something that I'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. Let's just leave you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets up out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting... Ugh. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poems has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't too bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. This is a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Now, I agree with Natsuki, actually. I think it's... I used to do singing. Don't do it much anymore, but... and I performed, singing in different venues in front of strangers, and that was never a problem for me. I was never nervous. I just had fun with it. But first time I got married, yes, I've been married twice. First time I got married, I actually sang in my own wedding. And that was so much worse than anything else. Because it is so much harder to sing when it's just your friends and family and everyone knows you. That is so much more horrifying than doing it in front of like a huge, like a venue full of strangers. So I totally agree with Natsuki. Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope all of you have the idea for what it's like now. Maybe you pick a poem and get through practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making my pamphlets, so let me know. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all of this effort into the club. It makes me really happy. What kind of pose is that, dude? So weird. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. Really? Oh, God. It's been working out really nice so far. I'd like to continue that. For the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. Can't wait. I can't do this. I can't do this. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two. Always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Hey. Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big a deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Oh. How am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Tess. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Saori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Saori? Sorry, I was spacing out. Oh, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Saori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What will you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, I would walk home with Yuri. I would still walk home with Saori. Oh, God. I mean, we walk home together every fucking day. If she asked me to walk home with her, like one day, Saori would just have to live with that, you know? What? I would... Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That was nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sorry. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry, everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me in such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Oh, yeah. I don't know if I should I just pick words like randomly-ish, or should I actually like choose a person to impress? Like, I don't know. Mouse? I don't know. Does it matter that I click the same words same as I used earlier, or? Jesus. I have no idea. Oh man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry. I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah, I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but as a whole. A day of school where we get to play and eat and all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Suri all of a sudden. Monica, you should have very little person. Specific thing to look forward to. Ugh, do you like squid? Like, who likes... What the fuck? That's right, your name. Something about a translation? Was that another fourth wall breakage? Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Oh, sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. What's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything with Sayori recently? Anything with her? And what do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little bit too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. You think so? Can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind, but I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Tess. Okay. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never like this. She's always talked to me about things that bother her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything else, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Tess. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? Yeah, she's totally in love with us. I knew it. Huh? She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light that's turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different from now than it's always been. You're so funny, Taz. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up in front of a desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear from her here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but it's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now I feel like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's something I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly as a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. Oh God. She's so annoying. She always excuses and apologizes all the time. It is exhausting. I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I'd be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today. When I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. I see. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Tes, the world is full of meaning, often hidden in deep and plain sight, and there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms is the opposite. I never love to watch that. Maybe on his other head. Oh god, I'm just so exhausted by this lady. She may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. That's the second time I've said this. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she is searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it, yeah. I shouldn't be taking my mind off the whole thing anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Ow. Even these new glasses, these new glasses are so much better than the other ones, but they still kind of pinch my head behind my ears a little bit when I've been wearing them for a while. Ugh, so annoying. I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Thanks very much. There's some blah blah blah. Nice talking to you. Dimensions. Blah 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 blah. Follow and watch the retrieve a small water pitcher from the shelf, kind of filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. Oh, I might as well walk with you. Why not? Shall we go then? Where are you two off to? We're just... Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping me involve tests and club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Let's go, Tez. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? I just Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Wow, talk about making a big deal out of nothing. Tess, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away, but you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No, wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of a friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Tess, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, Siri, you thought I was talking to you, huh? Fuck off, Siri. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we filled up the water pitcher, we returned to the classroom. Tess, do you like oolong tea? Yeah, anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature to the kettle at 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even though I expect our tea or anything. Ugh. Oh, God. Yuri touches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. Must be in a good mood now. So, I was letting it show. And he noticed I was doing a bit of thinking. I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. And it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Tess. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea over each of us. Tess, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. Just have back pain fairly regularly and I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder what that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that when reading. Yes. I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get to the book. Retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayota's candy radar. I take it since it go well with the tea. Chocolate and tea? Does not sound like a good combo to me, but Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand is holding... That's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry, I briefly got out the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, it means I get smudges on the pages. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on the top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips, as if the situation was completely normal. But that means I can't stop here. He apprehensively placed the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. You don't need to stop anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return the book, but I can tell just by her expression, even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I never said take... Jesus, I'm gonna need to take a break soon. My voice is almost gone by now. I was really hoping to do this in one sitting. I never said take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling in the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Can you help Yuri put away the tea stuff? Yeah, of course. Thanks. I'll take care of the cups. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor, pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much a word between us. I get the feeling it's something neither of us will have courage to bring up. Okay, let's just do this. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you I don't like it. Well, no need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Uh-huh. I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe that's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends. It's just like I was hoping. It makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Tess. Sayori, there's something wrong? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now, if you insist. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sorry? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Oh. So she just left? Okay, let's get this over with. This one is alright. Kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. I guess you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength, but you never really struck me as her type. She has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was unnecessary. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away and letting go of a balloon. You could say that we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminishes your wonder over the years. But today you have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond our sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams, and hold my hand. Watch your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Let's see. Huh? Yeah. Set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful. When you press your lips into mine, I'll be breached. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Why don't you write something nice with message once? After you and I realized we both kind of wrote the same thing. She wanted to pick a topic and I was both right about it, whatever. Okay, thank you. Bye. This is wonderful. I can feel the emotion that you portrayed into it. It's a result of trying to suggest it yesterday. I guess so. Good job. I really want to try more feeling. It's very sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Ira breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yes. Yuri nods. Really, I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Even if you're close friends, for some reason, Yuri doesn't respond. She smiles sadly. During lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing, inspiring people. You know what? Fall in love with blah, blah, blah. Or people I know, cheerful people. Okay, they don't tease me as spacing out all the time. Yeah, because her books, the people in her books are her friends, and so like that, she's surrounded by friends every day. Blah, blah, blah. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write, but it wasn't until now that I started sharing them with you that I really understood that it was missing all the time. I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. It's really important to me. I know I'm a different person, Taz. Speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things, but every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. So rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. That's why I haven't talked to you. It just fell up. Oh, God. This is painful. Oh. Sure. Yeah, we really are friends. She's smiling. You meant to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. I'm not sure if I want to read this even. Yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. The beach is kind of an insane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Natsuki already told me about that. She did. She said something weird. Wanted to write about the same topic again. I supposed to write to compare differences, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, knowing ours was I should probably just want to show off. It's not like I have particular... Like, I understand why you're not watching this anymore. So I don't know who I'm talking to. Well, I suppose not, but I just really want to get on with this so I can get to the horror part, because I don't understand. What the fuck is this? Like, where's the horror aspect? How long is this freaking game? Why do people think this game is so unbelievably awesome? I have no idea. It's not even very good written, you know, that it's not overwhelmingly great in my opinion, but okay. Thanks for sharing. And the fucking annoying person. I'll have to give it some thought about performing in front of people. Okay, no pressure. Let's take a look at the dice bomb. This one is good. Not letting comfortable with your style. Imaginary blah, just wondering. I guess I've been taking inspiration from Yuri. Yes. Yeah, totally. I think it comes from the most romantic. Totally different person when she picks a pen. Notice that too. When she's talking about literature, it's like, yes, we all know that. We know that. She's so shy and never, blah, 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 shares her emotion and blah, blah. You must be really into her. You completely misunderstood. Haha, calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? A fictional one, anyway. What a kind of whisper start the last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. Anyway, I'll share my point with you, alright? Alright. The lady knows everything. The lady knows everything. That's very fitting for you. Related for everything. It's the only any purpose I always ever thought. Never am a fun. Oh God, it's so long. I'm not reading this. I feel like learning and looking for answers, the sort of things that give life a meaning. No shit. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind. It's more about. I see. Never really put about the internet. Anyway, I'm paradoxical. Blah, blah, blah. This was like I noticed. Seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Okay, so finally we're talking about something interesting. Everyone is writing about something that's sad, and now she's saying, okay, if we really were happy, we wouldn't have something to write about. That is interesting. Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know it better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional. Oh, yeah, that. Jesus. Writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writings because you're afraid that it's not any good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into, but if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing something becomes a lot easier, because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or bad or okay, they'll want to focus on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That was really boring advice. Ugh. We're done sharing poems. When to start figuring it out. Hold on a second. It's just me, or did anything sound strange? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing that's different is that Sayori isn't here. Oh, seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Please do not talk about going to pee. It is so indecent. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home already. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? All the time you got home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being lovey-dovey. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I don't want to force it. That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did you say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know that I'm doing. That's right, Natsuka will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. As for Yuri, you can we come up for something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person, blah, blah, blah. And that's against pouting too. Oh, geez, I don't know. I guess I never give Saudi enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? You should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at the desk and focuses, starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be wonderful, happy Yuri. But anyway, let's just leave you, Tess. One of the truly useless. You don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty tasks to handle. Would you probably go along with one of them? Blah blah blah. That's... Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members. How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose they wouldn't mind a bit of help. Even if you don't know how to bake, there's almost some work I can give you. It's not like Monica's going to give a choice. Oh god. You mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Tess may not like you to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance, so therefore... He may be more suited to assisting me with the decorations. I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses or test it. What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work, and baking isn't it? Oh Jesus, come on. Oh god. That was like 5 clicks in a row with like 2 words in it. But of course, I'm going to go with... Sayori? What? Isn't it between these two? I don't want to go with her. She's a bitch. Let's go with Yuri. You're serious? I'm glad. I better have it overthinking. Excited, yeah, so excited. Your cupcakes are so good. I'm excusing myself for the 100,000 times. Blah blah blah. Oh god, why are we still doing this? Can we go home? Can you stop fucking apologizing? You better bet my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Yes, yes. Nothing more today. Yes, please. Let's get the fuck out of here. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out of the door as they chat between each other. Oh, what now? Sorry, I realized that I don't have a way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? Yes. Okay. Exchanged phone numbers. Stopping by your house. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. It's supposed to make sense, but if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. Oh, fuck it. I think I will have... Yes. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, she's so humble. It's fucking exhausting. Ugh. Overthinking. Can't believe this. Yuri's going to be coming to my house this Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. Jesus. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. This is the chance I have to make something happen between us, or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about your upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous. Doesn't help much. Yuri's clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just two of us. Meanwhile, I've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't been heard a thing from Sayori since we left club. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her. Between that Sayori said and what Monica said, it's really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me. I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like I've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we're family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. Okay, something is happening here. That's the first time I've seen this thing going all black. And no music. Oh, that was kind of nice, actually. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Tess. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is messy and as it always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and the wall decorations that she's had for years. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time you decided that. Monica told me it's only natural for her to keep me informed. That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica? Of course. I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Oh, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares at a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Tess. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you being like this, so tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Can we finally get to a point here? Please. This is dragging out so fucking long. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Tess. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. Oh, God. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Tess? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. What? Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because the most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy without anyone worrying about me. Finally, something interesting happens. Can we not get to this a bit quicker? Like, did we really have to go through fucking almost like 3 hours of bullshit? Oh, God. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that we've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. That's why I'm your boyfriend, you mean? All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Tess. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Ugh. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get close with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. Oh God, finally something interesting. This is interesting. Let's get to the gritty parts. You know? And as a person who's been suffering with depression my whole fucking life, I know exactly what this is about. And she's very right. That is what it feels like. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Taz, there's nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears break down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Yeah, sounds very familiar. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Tess, Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remained at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Taz, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Taz. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have... Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel? No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for you to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want me to come along and help out? Do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? All right. I'll look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much. And we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Oh, thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decide to ignore it. Anyways, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it will be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. Oh, no. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly on her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yeah. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to lighten the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be pretty neat. What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Oh, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes a cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole in the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, it's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. Is she coming on to us? You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems? Does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Jesus, she says that a lot. Is that so? She says it all the time. Well, I'm supposed to get a little intense, as you'd put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Tess. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. All right. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us go to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern on waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What? You're gonna think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Oh geez, just get to it. Yeah, I promise. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Tess, why'd you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Oh, she stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound? Oh, that is gross. Oh, bleh. Ugh. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird, and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Maybe she's a vampire and she likes to drink blood. That would be nice. That would be a good twist. Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Tess! Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. Haha, I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Taz. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calls me weird? I have no response for that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resumed our respective activities. I watched Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continued to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move to the next task? Let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy paint tablets. Oh, that's right. One of the items Yuri asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Oh, just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it'll be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use a small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back to my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. It's too hot in here or anything? Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So I thought we would do something simple that would just look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors of a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Neat. What are you going to write? It will be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feel a lot like the art class project we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if it feels too childish. No, I didn't mean like that. It's kind of fun, you know. Oh. Yeah, it's fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things and to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. So. Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yuri kneels back and quickly lifts my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me a bit, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Oh, jeez, with the fucking apologies all the time. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I get a towel right away. I rush and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Jesus Christ. Here, I pat down Yuri's face and neck with a towel. Is something wrong? No, it's just that I didn't expect it. Sorry, I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start... Oh, sorry. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Just for a little bit longer. It feels really nice. Oh, it feels nice, does it? I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What's happening? Is the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me the dizzy feeling? Yeah, sure. Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm, and suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movement seems clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true. Won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before your event starts. Is that okay? It's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. You say that like you're glad it's over. I was wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit. Was I wrong? Oh, no, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have an extra time after finishing the work. Oh, no, really? Well, Yuri thinks to herself, I think it would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Jesus. Sorry for being such a slow worker. It's not your fault. And the important thing is that we've got everything done, right? Yeah, so shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seemed to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. Oh God. Ouch. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out to the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. Oh God, can you just fucking stay up? Sorry. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today, it's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want. You can come over and we can go out somewhere. Oh, I forgot you didn't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... You're very thoughtful, Tess. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, How am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Huh? Ah, hi, Taz. Sayori, just now, we weren't... It's okay, Taz. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus, can you say any more sorry? But we'll all be together for the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Oh, well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Tess? Am I supposed to be happy? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sorry, don't say that. It's true, Tess. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sorry, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. Something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Tess. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Tess, I like you so much, I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you. I love you, or you'll always be my dearest friend. Of course, he's gonna say I love you. He loves her. I love you. Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Tess. Aww. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Tess, this is really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Tess. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why, even now? Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Tess. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be here every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay, I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always have been. Even if we really are a couple, I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Tez. Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Huh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah. I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. You know what? I am going to call it here. This has been a long journey already. Let's just do this new one. Okay, so that was a lot and nothing at all at the same time. Okay, I have to say, when something is happening, I like it. I like the storytelling when we start to get into something of the people. Like, I like that. It's just so much in between that is just dry and pointless, and it gives me nothing. So I am definitely gonna continue this game. I want to see what happens. Even though we didn't get any horror elements this time, I can now starting to see kind of more of a complex storyline on the characters, or at least some of them. And, you know, I can see that there would be maybe some drama happening here and there, and that's interesting. I really, really hope I get to see some horror elements the next time. If you've been watching this whole video all the way here, then thank you so much. And I'm sorry for my impatience and annoyance when it gets stale. I just cannot hide that stuff. So I'm staying with it. I am really trying. I wanna get through it. So thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you very, very much if you've been watching this whole thing. Jesus Christ. Anyways, I will be back soon with something else, and we'll see how this goes soon. Thanks again. Bye.